It's a wild symptom to me. Definitely did not see that coming. It's gotten a little bit better over time. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new here. My name is Bree, also known as Honey Bree if you follow me on Instagram, and today I will be talking about some changes that I feel like have become permanent since having my baby and being pregnant. I've seen a couple of these videos. I think they're really fun but also informative because there are things that happen to your body during and after pregnancy that, you know, a lot of us really don't know or talk about. So let's jump right into the video. One of my biggest postpartum and even during pregnancy changes is and has been blurred vision. I was so confused because I used to have great vision. Like, it is harder for me to read things probably more than 5 feet in front of me. Like, it's more blurry. But yeah, it's a wild symptom to me. I was reading about it during pregnancy that the pressure that maybe your blood vessels or something create when you're pregnant, it kind of puts pressure on your optic nerve in your brain that helps you see, and I don't know that pressure ever went away or that it's ever going to come back. I will say that it's gotten a little bit better over time. I'm now 8 months postpartum, but yeah, that was probably the weirdest one for me. I definitely did not see that coming. It was something I don't think anybody else talked about. And then this one I knew about, but I still don't think I was prepared for it. And it is postpartum hair loss. So I definitely went through a bout of it. I want to say it started around 3 or 4 months where I would just wash my hair and just globs of hair would come out. Like, I have a lot of hair as it is, but I can tell that I went through it because it's not as bad anymore. It probably slowed down around maybe like 6-7 months. So I went through it for a few months and I just felt like I should have been bald at the end of that, because when you're in pregnancy, apparently your hair becomes more luscious and you're taking these vitamins every day and all this other good stuff. It's just like, you know, feeding your hair, and it's just making your hair so nice and thick and luscious. And then after pregnancy, in postpartum, your body decides to re-regulate those hormones that were once regulated pre-pregnancy. Part of that is hair loss, and that is something that I did hear about, like I said, but I was totally unprepared for it. It shocked me because I thought I lost a lot of hair every day as it is, but that was a lot. And then also postpartum BO. So when you were pregnant, I don't think I wore deodorant maybe more than 10 times. It was awesome. I felt like my body was indestructible when I was pregnant, and that's such a weird way to say it, but honestly, that's how I felt. I felt like I didn't stink as much. I don't know what it is about pregnancy that makes your body just suck up all that BO, but it did. And then all of a sudden, you have a baby, and then whoosh, all these hormones come rushing, all these things are changing again, and your body is just like, let me reek. I have had the worst BO postpartum I think I have my entire life. Like, it is a very pungent smell if you're feeling me. And honestly, the only thing that helps is my husband's deodorant. I will never understand why men's deodorant is way more powerful and more potent against BO than women's, because I can put on my regular deodorant and I swear to you it is like ineffective after a couple of hours, but I can put on my husband's deodorant first thing in the morning and I'm good all day long. It is so weird. And yes, I do feel like I still experience this at 8 months, and I'm not sure what it is, what causes it. Be aware of that one. For sure, be aware of that one. This is also one that was very obvious to me, but I wasn't sure how it would affect me, was a larger chest. So my breastises definitely grew during pregnancy. It was noticeably bigger, like pregnancy bigger, and I did put on a significant amount of weight during pregnancy, but I kind of expected that, you know, something I knew was coming, and I just embraced it as it was. It wasn't until after I had my baby and my milk came in that the word engorgement, I don't even know if that's a good enough word for what I felt like I experienced. These mammer jammers got so big. Couldn't contain them, couldn't do anything. It was crazy. And I am naturally like a smaller circumference chest wise. I did gain a couple of inches, like I said, during pregnancy, but I felt like my bra journey took a total like 20,000 steps backwards. It was so hard for me to find bras. Being a breastfeeding mom, I had to wear pads. I didn't have just sticky boob pads or anything like that that would just like stick to me. I had to have something to hold these suckers up and hold those pads in. So yeah, that was something that definitely shocked me because I thought the worst could not get worse, and it sure did. Also, another thing that's changed for me is my routine. This one is also a given. I now have a whole baby to take care of, and that is a majority of my day. Being a stay-at-home military wife, as we are currently deployed overseas, I feel like that makes such a big difference in being a new mom too, because I don't have the immediate support system that I know I would if we were still in the States. So my entire routine has shifted, has changed, and I love it. Honestly, at the end of every day, I love it. I'm so thankful to be married to the man that I am and to be on this adventure with him and to have our sweet, beautiful child with us. But yeah, my entire routine is different. And I was actually just talking to a friend about this today, how we think about, you know, what would life be like if we didn't have our kids. And I know things would be so much more different, but I don't know if they would be different in a good way, honestly. Especially now, if we were overseas and I didn't have my baby, I think I would be bored. I think I would feel way less satisfied than I am. So this next one, I have heard people mention like in passing type of thing, but never just like point it out. I think I have somehow managed since pregnancy to tolerate dairy more. I think it was in my Wives' Tales video that I said that I was lactose intolerant or lactose sensitive actually. And I knew this because I had done an elimination diet before where I stopped eating it for like a month or something like that, and then I would slowly, week by week, introduce a new allergen, and I would eat it like 3 or 4 times that week, and I would note what my reactions would be. And with dairy, I would have to use the bathroom within hours of eating it, but I would also get like zits and pimples and stuff like that. That no longer happens. So I actually just had my second cycle since birth, and I know it's coming because I have actually, this is like a scar because I was picking at it, oops. Yeah, I get little zits and like single pimples now when I know my period's coming up, but that's it. Like, they're not random anymore. I don't get any little whiteheads, which is what usually would happen. And I think that's just insane, honestly. Like, I've heard of people's like body chemistry changing after pregnancy, but I didn't think it would happen to me, you know? And another thing that I think pregnancy has changed for me in the sense of body chemistry is when I would get really stressed out, I would get cold sores like that. Like, it was nothing, and I would get a cold sore. I have probably been stressed out, like every single day since he's been born, and I have not had a single cold sore since then. And that is just, like, how did this happen? Crazy. I'm honestly so thankful. Like, I'm not complaining whatsoever on that front. But yeah, that's some freak stuff right there. I did not know about this one either. This one kind of hit me as a surprise because a lot of people said that after they had their baby, they kind of like just shedded all of the baby weight that they had gained without exercising and special diets or anything like that. And I thought that was gonna happen to me, you know, because I was like, oh yeah, I'm a previous athlete and all this and that. And that did not happen for me. So I have actually been told now that because I am breastfeeding, my body actually wants to hold on to more fat just because it wants to be able to produce that milk when necessary, especially if I don't eat as much as I need to or drink as much fluids or anything like that, because babies still gotta eat. So yeah, my body has definitely held on to a lot more fat than I thought it would, and I didn't really start working out again regularly until 6 months, and we are now 8 months. And I have lost some weight, so I'm really happy about that in terms of just how I'm feeling. I feel better. I definitely have room to lose, but just the couple of pounds I have lost. I feel like if I were to keep this routine up, I will be keeping up with Mason no problem, because if you guys know my child, he is nonstop go, go, go. Every single second he is awake, and he is the biggest reason as to why I want to get back into fitness and have a regular active routine. And then finally, I will say this one, I don't know how I feel about it, and that is changing in sleep habits for yourself, mama, because I have not slept good like how I feel like I used to since the baby has been born. Y'all, I go to bed early, especially right now, because I am caught in a situation where I am the only parent in my household because Bryce is on a work trip and I don't have the accessibility for a babysitter or a helper or anything like that. Yeah, I go to bed around like 9:30 some nights, and I still wake up around like 5 o'clock in the morning. My body's like, oh, you're good, time to wake up, which drives me nuts because I cannot sleep longer than 8 hours. Like, I can sleep 6 hours, I could sleep 5 hours, I could sleep 4 hours if my baby really tried, but I cannot sleep longer than 8 hours anymore, and I'm lucky to get 7 hours sometimes. And I don't know if that's because my baby's trained me to wake up. I don't know if that's because I have a baby and my body's like, stay half awake so that way you can wake up if he wakes up. You know, I have no idea what's going on there. I think that one's really weird, and honestly, I'm not the happiest about it because I wish I could go to sleep for 10 hours straight sometimes because I'm so tired. I have no idea how that happens, and it really kind of irritates me. I'm not really sure about that one. And then I will end on this one. I felt like I was a pretty patient person previously, but nothing has challenged my patience more than being a mom. My degree of patience has increased tenfold at least. I think it's genuinely because I want to be the most loving and understanding version of myself for my child. I know that's something I wish I had all the time. Growing up, I was a hard kid, y'all. Like, I get it, you know, but I want him to know that I love him to the end of the earth and back, and I am here for him in every situation, no matter how hard it is, no matter anything. And he has truly shown me how much more patient I could really be. He really does challenge me, but it brings out the best in me, honestly, which is so crazy to say because he could be screaming in my ear at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, like I've fed him, changed him, I'm hugging him, I'm doing all the things, and he's still not happy. If you're screaming at me, that is a trigger for me. Like, easily that is a trigger for me. But to approach him with the same energy that he's giving me, I know for a fact, A, isn't gonna help him, B, isn't gonna help me, and C, isn't gonna get the job done the way it needs to get done. So he just proves to me over and over and over and over and over again that I am so much more capable of being so much more patient than I think. And I think that is the most incredible thing out of all of this. I'm so honestly beyond grateful that I have that sweet boy and that he continues to raise me to be the best I can be. Alright, y'all, and that's gonna do it for this video. If you like this type of content, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any mamahood and lifestyle videos from me. And mamas, if you have any postpartum symptoms that you feel like you are still experiencing or something that may be unique to you, I would love to hear it in the comments below. I find these so interesting, especially because I don't think we realize like how much pregnancy actually changes our bodies until we go through it or we hear about it. So I would love to hear your takes on what happened to you after pregnancy or during pregnancy. I really appreciate you guys for watching this video. Again, please hit that like button. It really supports my channel, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.